The ignition system is used to start the engine on the ground and to restart it in flight. The system consists of two identical circuits for each engine that each power a separate igniter. The system is normally controlled by FADEC channel A, with channel B operating as a standby. Each channel, A and B, can operate both igniters on the engine. The FADEC receives inputs from the Engine Interface Unit, EIU. The inputs that are used by the FADEC for control of ignition and starting are shown on this frame. For ground start, when the pilot uses the automatic start procedure, only one igniter fires. The FADEC alternates igniters for each start attempt. In this situation, the ignition comes on automatically after the engine has been cranked for 30 seconds after the engine master is placed on. It remains on during the light off and shuts off automatically when the N2 RPM reaches 43%. A manual start procedure is used on the ground when the automatic start is not available. For manual starts, both igniters start to fire when the associated master switch is moved to on. As in the automatic start, the igniters automatically shut off when the N2 RPM reaches 43%. For restarting an engine in flight, both igniters fire when the master switch is moved to on. Continuous ignition is available to maintain engine operation. Continuous ignition can be turned on manually or automatically. Manual selection of continuous ignition is accomplished by selecting Ignition Start on the Engine Start selector. When the engine is running, automatic selection of continuous ignition is accomplished by any of the conditions shown in blue on the logic diagram. According to this diagram, you can see that ignition is automatically selected on for takeoff, when engine anti-ice is on, when approach idle is engaged, and for other conditions that warrant its operation. Manual selection of continuous ignition occurs if the engine is running when the pilot moves the engine start selector to the ignition start position. You may need to manually select the ignition on during severe turbulence. On the ground, if continuous ignition is desired after engine start, the pilot must first move the engine start selector to normal and then back to ignition start. This is because the igniters automatically shut off when the N2 RPM reaches 43% during start. The unnecessary use of continuous ignition will shorten the lifetime of the igniters. The igniters will be turned off when normal is selected, as long as the automatic selection of ignition is not active. Now let's answer some questions.